This channel is dedicated to restoring and protecting the soul of the human heart. If this message speaks to you, please kindly consider liking and subscribing.
2 days before the kiss. The Tension, Episode 2. Jesus speaks, watching Judas. Judas, the night the shadow entered. He could not sleep. The others lay scattered across the hard ground, their breathing slow, their bodies surrendered to exhaustion. But Judas's eyes remained open, raw, burning, refusing rest. The night felt heavier than usual, thick as oil pressing against his skin. Every sound scraped across his nerves. The rustle of a cloak, the shifting of bare feet on dirt, the brittle crackle of the fire fading into embers. He sat upright, arms wrapped tightly around his knees, and whispered into the darkness. What has it come to?
I left everything for him. 3 years. 3 years following a man. With no army, no throne, no weapon but his words.
His jaw tightened. His fists closed until his nails carved crescents into his palms.
Words. Always words. Love your enemy. Turn your cheek. Bless those who curse you. Beautiful, yes. Noble, perhaps. But where does it end? The Romans still rule. The priests still drain us dry. And he does nothing. Nothing but stories.
He pressed his forehead into his hands, shoulders trembling, not with tears, but with a suffocating mixture of frustration and despair. I believed him. God knows I did. But every day he slips further from the Messiah I hoped for. I thought he would bring fire. I thought he would break chains. I thought he would rise like David and crush our oppressors. His voice cracked in the dark. But he speaks of dying. Dying. What king speaks of the grave before lifting a sword? What liberator walks willingly into defeat? The thought came quietly at first, then sharper, cruel, and undeniable. Maybe he is not the one. Maybe I have been deceived. Or worse, maybe I am the fool. Judas lifted his head and stared at the motionless silhouettes of the sleeping disciples. For a moment, he imagined slipping away, disappearing into the night, returning to obscurity, back to a life where hope cost less. But another ache rose within him, darker, more humiliating. Envy. He saw it every day. How people looked at Jesus. Awe softened their faces. Hope lit their eyes, as if heaven itself leaned down whenever he spoke. Judas longed for that gaze, that recognition, that weight of meaning. He wanted to matter, as Jesus mattered. He wanted to be seen. And slowly, painfully, his desire twisted.
If he falls, if his kingdom dissolves into smoke, Then let me take something before it all burns away. 30 pieces of silver. It is not much, but it is more than empty promises.
Then, like a haunting, a memory pierced him. Jesus' face, kind, unguarded, eyes steady, as if they already knew every betrayal planted in Judas's heart, as if they loved him still. Judas trembled. He whispered into the black air, his voice breaking.
Why do you look at me that way? Why do you look at me as if you love me? Don't you know what I am about to do?
The night offered no answer. Only silence. Wide, cold, unyielding. And in that silence, the shadow inside him deepened. A quiet turning. A soul already halfway to breaking. 2 days before the kiss.
This channel is dedicated to restoring and protecting the soul of the human heart. If this message speaks to you, please kindly consider liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching.